After a humiliating defeat, the Congress party is in search of a new identity and a new leadership. Thanks for joining us. I'm Harsha Subramaniam. The question we're asking is, can the Congress chart a new course with a new leadership? We're joined by Tehseen, Poonawalla and Rasheed, Kidwai. Gentlemen, many thanks indeed for joining us. Tehseen, I'll begin this conversation with you. You've launched a scathing attack on the Congress in a piece published in the DNA, where you've argued that Rahul Gandhi must continue to lead the Congress, but his team needs to be dismantled. Can you explain, what's the logic behind this argument?
I very firmly believe that one of the Gandhis, either Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, are required at this juncture to take the Congress ahead. Please analyze the data. In head-to-head contests between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi, since the time Rahul Gandhi became president of the Congress, Rahul Gandhi's actually had more victories, whether it's by-elections, state elections. The 2019 has been a disaster, I agree, but Rahul Gandhi individually has performed better as opposed to Prime Minister Modi. I think the problem with Rahul Gandhi is his office and the people surrounding him, the sycophants who surround him. His office is absolutely juvenile, immature. It does not reflect the office of somebody who aspires to become the next prime minister of the country. The kids in his office have no ground connect. And I can give you a couple of quick examples before you move to your next guest. When you have somebody like Sudhin Kulkarni or Arun Shourie being propagated, these are dead woods. Mr. Modi discarded this deadwood and the Congress took their burden along. If they were so capable, they would have made Advani ji Prime Minister. The fact of the matter is that these technocrats in his office sent Kumar Ketkar to Rajya Sabha in Maharashtra. You had no leaders in Maharashtra. What value does Kumar Ketkar bring in Rajya Sabha or in Maharashtra elections? You got completely wiped out in Maharashtra, the place where the Congress was born. And you had Raj Thackeray campaign for you. Whose bright idea was it? Raj Thackeray campaigning for Nehru's party, Agarkar's party, Tilak's party. You got wiped out in Maharashtra, and you have Raj Thackeray campaigning and you're asking for votes in North India. So I think the strategy of the Congress is absolutely redundant. These people around Rahul Gandhi are jokers, they're clowns, and they need to be shown the door.
Okay, these are strong words. Rasheed, Kidwai, come in on this. The point that Tehseen seems to be making is that the accountability should lie with the team of Rahul Gandhi, but he chose the team. Should he be let off scot-free on this one? Rasheed, Kidwai?
I think this is a laughable line of argument. The entire Congress working committee is being nominated by Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So he owns each and every member of that committee. If he resigns, then all of them, should resign, or their resignation are, considered as automatic thing. Similar applies to, the head of social media, head of, media department. All the institutions that Tehseen is talking about are all handpicked by Mr. Rahul Gandhi. If by implication he wants to say Mr. Rahul Gandhi is a joker, of course he is entitled to do so. I think in Westminster model of parliamentary democracy, shadow leader of opposition, fails to dislodge the incumbent prime minister, that leader of opposition loses. I think Rahul Gandhi is absolutely within his rights and democratic in not only offering to resign, but by sticking to it.
Sure.
Because the Congress is in need of a shock therapy. There is no way the Congress can be revived with this kind of baggage. Rahul Gandhi had once said famously, "Power is poison." And today I am saying as a commentator that in Rahul's context, it is loyalty has become poison.
Okay.
He doesn't need loyalists. He needs people who can be realists, who can say that yes, you have gone wrong. And it is Rahul Gandhi who has gone wrong, whether it was a slogan of Chaukidar Chor Hai or whatever strategy or alliances that he tried to work or could not work.
Okay.
The entire onus of defeat is on Rahul.
Sure.
And it's very good and very democratic of him to have owned it up.
Okay,
He should be allowed to go.
Rasheed, if I can just move to the message now. The Hindu religious nationalism, which became the dominant political narrative of the BJP. Two questions here. A, Tehseen, why did the Congress fail to offer a compelling alternate idea that resonated with the voter? And secondly, the reports that are emanating is that the idea that Rahul Gandhi sort of led from the front during the campaign really did not trickle down, did it?
I absolutely agree with you. And the Congress's communication department is an absolute disaster. It's led by a gentleman who came third in a by-election and is supposed to be Rahul Gandhi's closest aide. None of the Congress spokespersons, barring the senior spokespersons, whether it's Manish Tiwari or Abhishek Manu Singhvi, none of the current lot spokespersons know anything about the history of the Congress party. Rasheed Kidwai has written on the Congress party, its history since inception, in a fantastic book. They must have not even read Rasheed Saab's book. So these guys are absolutely no idea what they want to communicate. You have to understand one thing. In a premium multiplex chain, if you're going to play Manrega ads, in a pink newspaper, in an economic newspaper, if the front page ads are going to be about free education and free healthcare rather than about GST, which was your selling point to the middle class, you've lost the communication plot. And with Rasheed Kidwai ji, I want to take that point forward. Once Rahul Gandhi decided to be aggressive on Prime Minister Modi, whether that strategy paid off or no, you should have gone ahead with it. You first go ahead, you say Prime Minister is a chore. The minute you said that, you now change the messaging to say, hum pyar se jeetenge, I love this one, I love that one. Please understand what I'm trying to say. As a volunteer of the party,
if I can, Rasheed, if I can just get in Rasheed as well, the larger point as well, Rasheed, while the Congress talks of an inclusive agenda, there is obviously a challenge of perception that the party has not stood for the interests of the majority. Being inclusive is fine, but the majority Hindu is feeling alienated. Now, how do you change that perception, Rasheed Kidwai?
Yes, I think the Congress, you see, that's where Rahul made, numerous mistakes by all this genuine thing and this whole thing about temple and all. I mean, you see, people of India have rejected the Congress as a B team, are trying to, project as a B team of BJP. Congress has its own rich history of, treating matters of faith and religion. This is one model was presented by Jawaharlal Nehru, other model was presented by Mahatma Gandhi. All those things were there, and the Congress is not stick to either Nehruvian model or Gandhian model. So in the process, you see, people felt that, Rahul Gandhi is not a right person to talk about these things. And that is why I feel that Rahul has taken a very, intelligent and a very a correct decision to step down and not to. Because you see, that whole campaign of that Namdar versus Kamdar is actually finding, a lot of traction. There are many people that you meet, people who are not necessarily pro-BJP. They think that, whatever, suppose if Rahul Gandhi says right thing, they think he is not a right person to be saying it because there is so much of, kind of legacy is there. And then another point that 25 crore people, they say that, why there cannot be anyone else.
Right.
And that's a valid argument. So what I'm saying is whether it is a matter of, representing majority sentiments or, democratic credentials.
Sure.
Congress has so many, the huge manpower. I mean, by Congress's own admission, they have got about 4 crore members. Why can't anyone be there? It's not that Rahul is retiring from politics. He will continue to be a key campaigner, a parliamentarian, so to say, a pillar of strength in the Congress language.
Okay.
So I don't know why people are so worried.
Okay.
People are worried because they will lose their, position and importance in Congress if Rahul goes.
Okay, Tehseen, come in on this. Even if Rahul goes, or if he changes his team, things are not going to change on the ground. The fortunes of the Congress party needs a lot of fixing. That would start with, who you're addressing to, what kind of messages that you're going to carry. For example, Muslims. The accusation is that the Congress used appeasement to build a Muslim vote bank. Today's reality is that Muslims don't vote en masse to one party, and even if they do, they clearly are not voting for the Congress party. Come in on this. A, the alienation of the Hindu, the Muslim vote bank not really slipping out of the Congress's hands. This is not just impinging on just changing one team, is it, Tehseen?
Absolutely. This is what I wrote in my piece, and I've discussed this with the topmost leadership of the Congress time and again. Look, the Congress was the original Hindu nationalist party, but a secular party which had equal opportunities for everybody. Maulana Azad was a very eminent president of the Congress, and Muslims rose in the party. How did a Hindu nationalist party go on to becoming a Muslim appeasing anti-national party? The sole credit goes to the office of Rahul Gandhi and its branding. And there are 3 or 4 questions that I'll put forward. Would Indira ji and Rasheed Kidwai study the Congress day in and day out? Would Indira Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi stand next to a Kanhaiya Kumar or a Jignesh? No, they wouldn't. You could have sent a secretary because it was a matter of free speech. I understand that. But Rahul Gandhi, to send Rahul Gandhi there was a disaster. The person who writes Rahul Gandhi's speech is a guy from JNU who is absolutely left-oriented. The country has changed. Youngsters want to be economically forward. So you've got your messaging wrong. Point number 2. You gave Jignesh a winning seat in Congress. Jignesh came in Delhi and campaigned for AAP. You lost, you didn't get the left votes, you did not get the right votes. You ended up looking anti-national. Now let's come to the point of Muslims. The BJP is branded Congress as a Muslim appeasing party, but wherever the Muslims get an opportunity, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar when Laluji was not in an alliance with the Congress, Tamil Nadu, and now in Maharashtra, it just does not vote the Congress because Muslims are disillusioned with the Congress. It only votes for the Congress where there's a direct fight between the Congress and the BJP. Delhi, where there's AAP, they don't vote for the Congress. So you neither have the Muslim votes, you neither have the Hindu votes. What sort of strategy and what sort of brand building is this? You've got none of the votes. The question to ask yourself is, and the touchstone of barometer of the Congress should be, what would Indira ji do? And that should be a barometer of how to take the party forward. Indira ji certainly did not have juvenile jokers around her. She had men of great repute and acumen around her. Rahul Gandhi needs to surround himself by hardcore political animals, and he needs to have a team which is like the Prime Minister's office. They have their pulse on the ground. They cannot be running the country or the Congress party via social media. That simply does not work.
Okay, Rasheed, come in on this. This is a very valid point that Tehseen is making, that the working committee or the decision-making body of the party consists of people who've not fought elections in a long time or who are out of touch with the ground reality. While Tehseen is absolutely right and he's quite blunt in his observations, how can the situation change? This is not just a leadership change, but this is a structural change in the way the Congress operates, isn't it?
Precisely. I mean, Rahul had inherited a lot of such people, and he posed faith in them, whether it was speech writers. I mean, there is no point, blaming the speech writers. It is Rahul Gandhi who's, fully conscious, and he decided to read those, such speeches. What I'm saying is Rahul has understood his mistake, and he's realized that he's a misfit. He does not have it in him to be running the Congress party, and people like Tehseen should welcome and congratulate him rather than trying to drag him again, because as long as Rahul is there, the Congress cannot succeed. This is a long and short of it. Let someone else try. Let some other method be there. Just by looking in the past, this is a huge problem with the Congress party. Everyone. That they look at past. Indira Gandhi had done this, Jawaharlal Nehru had done this, Rajiv Gandhi had done it. You see, when this hate crime is, have you ever heard that a Congress member has been beaten up, or Congress sympathizer by trying to prevent mob lynching or mob violence? In the stark reality, the average Congress person is as communal, as polarized as can be. Are you trying to say that a Congress supporter is willingly rents out his accommodation to so to say Muslims, or if it's the other way around, to Hindus? In terms of rentals in metropolitan. No. I mean, this is a reality, stark reality, and people like Tehseen should just smell coffee.
Okay, Tehseen, you've been asked to smell the coffee, the headline of your own piece. But tell me, there is merit in what Rasheed is saying. That maybe it's not just a leadership change. Maybe time has come for the Congress party to offer someone else a chance. Is that feasible? Is there someone within the party who can be that glue that the Gandhi family was to take the party into the future?
First of all, on a lighter note, Rasheed bhai, I only do coffee पे चर्चा, चाय पे चर्चा मैं करता नहीं हूँ, कभी करूँगा नहीं. मैं काम की बात करता हूँ, मन की बात नहीं करता हूँ. But that's on a lighter note. Let me put my points across. Look, the point that Rasheed bhai is saying, I understand it. But Rasheed bhai, again, and I say I have immense respect for him, he's covered the Congress. In the 130 plus years of history of the Congress, the Gandhi family has only been president, the Nehru-Gandhi family has only been president of the Congress for 40 odd years. There's always been eminent opportunity for somebody else to be president of the Congress. The fact of the matter is, whatever you say, there is some sort of an electoral process in the Congress that elects the president of the Congress. Now, unanimously, if people choose that Rahul Gandhi should be president, or that's a democratic process, that process needs to be respected. On the alternative, let's look at the BJP. What election does Shri Amit Shah ji fight? We all know that in 2014, Rajnath ji wanted to continue to be president of the BJP. He had no choice.
Let's focus on the Congress, Tehseen.
What about you is not going to help. I mean, the BJP has won 303.
Yeah, let's focus on the Congress. Go ahead, Tehseen. Complete your point.
I'm making my point. I'm only sticking to Congress, but I'm just trying to say, none of the political parties, including the BJP, have any democratic process. Any process so may not be perfect, but exists in the Congress. To Rasheed bhai's second point, I repeat my point. I have met Rahul, I know Rahul personally, Priyanka extremely well. I think Rahul and Priyanka are very astute politicians. I think they're in touch with ground reality. You cannot deny that Rahul and Priyanka were carrying the weight of these elections. I want to ask you, let me turn the table around. Which leader helped Rahul in this election? Which leader was there campaigning along with Rahul and taking the weight with him? I know of senior leaders in the CWC, Rasheed bhai, I won't take the name, they're good friends of yours. They did not even go to their home state to campaign. One of the seats Congress lost by a few hundred votes. I know of leaders who were only busy promoting, were cutting each other's tickets. Only Rahul and Priyanka were picking up the weight. That poor Priyanka was put in Eastern UP to carry a weight with no organization. And she fought bravely.
If Rahul continues, will he...
As a very poor judge of people, that means Rahul had a whole seat with Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who was given all the offices and working committee. Every member is, was handpicked, chosen by him. How can, I think say that, these people, they didn't travel. I mean, what prevented Rahul from, issuing if Manishankar a year could be suspended, why not others?
Okay, gentlemen, this discussion can go on. I think the larger point that we are saying is that for a strong democracy, you need a strong opposition, and I hope the principal opposition party in this country, the Congress party, restructures and comes back rejuvenated to take on, at least for the health of the democracy of this country. Tehseen, Poonawalla, Rasheed, Kidwai, many thanks indeed for joining us with your perspective. It's been a fascinating discussion with both of you. If you have been, thank you so much for watching.